again, everybody. This video is going to be about what I've learned about money so far being a small business owner. If you want to call it a business, it's not legal. It's illegal if anything. But I don't pay my taxes. Yes, I do. I probably shouldn't. It's fine though. But so I have to explain. So the first thing is I'm going to say 3 topics on what I've learned about money so far. And the first one we're going to do is saving, because saving is very important. I've learned that things always go wrong when you're having a small business. Everything and anything can and will go wrong, and I've learned that the hard way. So I'm going to show y'all with just an example of what I've gotten in the last week of the cars that I have right now. I'm going to tell y'all what's been going wrong with everything, because something's always going wrong at all times, because that's life. So let's look at the limo. I had the limo. You can pan and show the limo. So I've had the limo for a long time now. I've noticed, so I'm gonna show y'all the first problem. So I went to go put new tires on it, and I realized that the limo has a hubcap lock. You can thank the 70s or the 80s for that, because people steal hubcaps back in the day. Not something that people really do now, but you know. So I don't have that key, to be, honest. So now I can't put tires on my limo. So I had to find out a way to get that done. It's probably gonna cost money, because everything does. And so it's just parking. I'm just gonna park it right here. The reason I'm trying to put new tires on it is because of the dry rot. We showed it to you on the last video, but just in case y'all didn't see it, show them the Grand Canyon, DJ. Show them how deep that is. See how deep that is? That's some dry rot. They don't get no better than that. So, I have to figure out a way to fix that. I just bought this Monte Carlo, an SS 2002. Has really no problem. But the only problem with it is I took a gamble. The old man I bought it from, he was like, give me the sob story. Old man sob story. Yeah, my wife's bedridden, all this. And I'm like, that's sad. He wanted $1,000 short. He was firm at that price, which is fine. It has 120,000 miles on it. You can show the car. 120,000 miles. And it's a clean car, really, all things considered. But I took his word for it. He said that he was going to get me the title. He had to order another one because he lost it. So he had to order the title from the MVA, and it should be coming in the mail according to him today. So, but I gave him the $1,000 for the car, and I don't have a title. Worst case scenario, stupid, yes. Is that a lot of risk involved in that? Because I might have a car with no title? Yes. But you also, another side tangent, it's not going to be a title. Maybe if I do a part 2. You always want to have people that can do things that you can't do. I know people who can get me titles for cars. So worst case scenario, I have to pay another $200 for the title. But until then, I have this car sitting here and I can't do anything with it because I don't have the title. But I think the man's honest. He's a decent dude. I like to trust people. I lose money trusting people, but I'd rather trust people than not. So I'm pretty sure he'll get me the title. We're going to go start this up, move it over there, and yeah, we're going to go start it up. Greg, I look like I'm melting everybody. Look at that. God. Okay, so this is the Monte Carlo. It's pretty nice, everything considered. I didn't clean it up yet. I don't want to clean it until I get the title, because, so just I don't want to waste the time. But it is a nice car, everything considered. Sunroof works, windows work, AC works, which is always a benefit. It's not necessarily fast, but it gets the job done, I guess. It's faster than the Malibu is for the same year. Yeah, it's a solid car. Usually I park all my cars on the street with no tag. Oh, we're off topic. Savings. So I have a savings of money for me taking risk like this car. I bought this car with no title, but I can get titles. But I need to have money set aside to be able to do stuff like that in case an emergency pops up where I need to get the title. So, but if I didn't have a savings and I bought this car knowing it didn't need a title, what happens? I lose my money. I lose $1,000. I have a car I can't even take to the junkyard because you need $1,000 to get a car. You need a title to give a car to the junkyard. Best I could do is part of it. My beautiful, as y'all probably seen if you watched the other videos, 1983 diesel Mercedes 240D. Hubcaps match the color of the paint. Very pretty on the inside. It's supposed to have a tear in the seat. I don't feel like getting the key for this one, but I want to move this one closer to the other Mercedes, so here we go. But so while I push this thing, I'm going to explain to y'all why savings saved me with this car too. I took it on a test drive with somebody yesterday or 2 days ago, and they crashed it. And you know, he crashed it. He's like, I don't know how to drive. No, you don't, goober. He crashed the hell out of it, surfed it on a curb. He thought it was a skateboard. And, you know, even though that's close enough, that was close enough to me. So he thought he could surf the diesel Mercedes on a curb, which he couldn't, and he crashed it. And then he left. And I could have gave him the beef stroganoff, but, you know, is it worth it in the long run? I spank him and get a little bit of money. That's pointless. So I was just like, whatever. He left. I let him leave. I use my savings and I get it towed back to my house. So savings saved me with that. Otherwise, it'd have been left in the middle of the street. It got impounded. And then I'd have had to pay $500 to get it out the impound lot. And then I'd be up storage fees because I didn't have any money, because I didn't have a savings to get the car out. Next thing you know, they're going to scrap it and take it. And then I'd be out the money I'm into this car. I'd still owe the impound lot. Blah, blah, blah. Savings is very important. Okay. And this is my 2002 Cadillac. Year for the week, our car year for the week is 2002. I have a 2002 this. I had a 2002 Ford Focus I bought earlier, a 2002 Monte Carlo, 2002 Malibu I had earlier. So all of them, most of those have sold. So 2002 Cadillac. I'm just gonna walk so I can follow the car. So I just bought this thing. But one day I go outside to go show it to somebody, and all it did was turn over. Just, and I was like, wow, maybe I bought a Le Mans. So, and it's a nice car. I never had a Cadillac before. I've heard bad things about the North Star V8 engine, but really it's a clean car. It's a pretty clean car. It has window tint, back heated seats. Can't beat it, I guess. I don't like heat, I like cold, but you know, still cool. But I went in this car, I tried to turn the key over, and it didn't start. And I was like, well, I just lost. I paid $800 for that, so I just lost $800, which is never fun. But look, so I sat here for 3 days, and I was like, well, you know, what is wrong with it? Now it starts. So here's the problem that I had. The gas gauge is broken. I thought it was something else, but it turned out it just needed some gas in it. But for 3 days, I was like, I'm about to scrap this hoe because I don't like losing money. I don't like putting money in the cars. I don't fix anything because you get them so cheap, there's no point. But this is not necessarily a well, this one can prefer to the savings, because if I didn't have a savings to replace this car, if it decided to not start for a more expensive reason than $5 worth of gas, then I'd have had to replace it with my savings money for getting a whole nother car, starting over. But luckily, it was something simple. Sometimes you don't have to dig into the savings. Sometimes you can go dig in your couch, get a couple dollars. We're gonna spin this one around. Just to put the bow on the savings topic, you never know what could go wrong. And usually everything I just told you happened within like 3 days. So everything I told y'all is probably about $3,000 worth of savings you potentially need. And that's just in 3 days. That's $1,000 a day you need just in case, just for me. So you have to be able to make sure that you have money saved. You want to make sure you're saving money and not spending it on stupid stuff. And the next topic is going to describe the stupid stuff very perfectly. So we're going to spin this thing around. I'm going to park it. As you see, I've been moving my cars because I like to move them because I don't have tags on them, but they're sitting on the street. So I just like to move them around a little bit so the city don't start getting on me about it. You feel me? So yeah, everything, all the cars are pretty solid. I haven't had too big issues with cars selling this week, other than that fool crashing my Mercedes and leaving, which I'm underplaying it. That irritated me to my core. I promise you it did. Because that thing, yeah, I like that car. And he crashed it. So, but hey, I'll get back to y'all on the next topic in a second.
No.
Maybe I must have missed that because he did say he had something to go to in New York, which would make sense because he's in New York.
Hello, friends. So I am recording this section of the video because we was just chatting shop. You feel me? So essentially, this portion of the video is talking about how you're not supposed to spend money on stupidity things. Back in the bean, as you can see on my recent video, or 2 years ago, I had bought an Audi R8, which is foolish because I was a broke boy. So you don't want to go spend all your money on an exotic car early on because, that's how you end up poor and having your meat in the dirt, and that's not good. So you want to make sure that you use your money for smart purposes so that you can level up in life. For instance, right? I got holes in my shoes and in my pants. Sometimes when I sit down, somebody can see my meat, but that's not right because I'm cheap. So I don't like spending money. But you got to make sure you stay cheap so that you can keep money. It's a learning process for me. I do a lot of stupid things. I lose a lot of money here and there, but as long as you can remain smart and not have what's they call lifestyle inflation, I think it's called, you should be straight. Don't go buy any fancy cars. Spend money to make money is kind of a rule of thumb that I kind of go. If you ain't making anything out of it, why you spending money on it? If it make your girlfriend be quiet, you should probably spend money on it though. But other than that, it's a quick part 2 for this whole topic. But slight work. Next topic now. Freedom is the next part. Freedom is the most important part. At least for me, that's the reason I work and do business myself, is because, you want to have your goal on why you are waking up every day at weird hours and weird times of day, working all day, every day. You need to have a reason why you do it. Because if you don't do it, somebody else is going to do it. My reason that I work and make money is for freedom. And that also keeps me from doing illegal stuff. Like, I want freedom. That's what I use. That's what I want money for, so I can do whatever I want. It's 2 in the afternoon, and me and Reginald, the cameraman, we're looking at the beautiful water. Show them the water. Show them the water line. We just left the exotic car dealership 1 in the afternoon. Well, it's 2 in the afternoon, I think I said. Like, we're just standing out here because my job, I can do whatever I want. I have the freedom to do whatever I want. It's, everybody else at their 9 to 5 right now, wishing they could be looking at the clock like I used to do when I was at Chick-fil-A. But now I'm out here doing whatever I want. At 4 o'clock, I had to go look at another car to go buy it, but I have fun doing this. So I get to have fun, make a bunch of money, doing whatever I want. You have to have a reason for if you chase money, you're gonna end up chasing haram stuff. You're gonna be like, in Diddy's pocket. Diddy offer money. You know what Diddy want. You don't want what Diddy. You don't want to give what Diddy want. That's how you end up with a bunch of money and no soul and no wagon. You don't want to be like that. So you want to find a reason to want money, and you're gonna make sure it's a good reason. Because money is really nothing. I really don't care about money either. Like, I give money. Money just doesn't matter. It's like, what can you get with the money? That's what really matters. And things don't matter either. It's about freedom. I can go home and I can hang out with my girlfriend, hang out with my friends, or do whatever I want. And that's what the importance of the money is. That's what it should be. That should be the main, purpose and why you want it. Otherwise, what are you doing it for? Green paper? It falls off the trees. It comes anywhere, it goes anywhere. There's a bunch of money all over the place. But yeah. I don't know. I think that's about it. I'll catch y'all in the next one. I think I hit all the points that I wanted to hit. Like, comment, and subscribe. I don't know what I'm gonna do the next topic on. Maybe I'll show y'all some more of my cars, but yeah, you don't wanna chase money. That's how you end up in Daddy's pocket or on his bed, slathered in baby oil, sitting there saying, "How did I end up here?" Because you followed the dollar, follow the freedom. Because freedom, I like to have the freedom not to put it in my mouth. That's crazy. No Diddy.